Drunk on Your Love with Brett Elvis.
I woke up, still drunk on your love, on your love. But now I know why I'm feeling so high, 'cause I'm still drunk on your love, on your love. Hey, master pianist. This is Rez.
Master baseball player.
Yeah, I'm pretty
And
good.
singer.
Look at that.
Welcome to a brand new episode of Northside Manor. I'm Gabriella.
And I'm Michael.
Baseball is back, Cubs baseball is back, but we're also going to recap the Home Run Derby and the All-Star game for you.
Yes, and we're also previewing this weekend versus the Rangers.
So let's get started. For Cubs game recaps, last weekend the Pirates series, Friday the Cubs lost 4-8, Saturday they lost 6-12, and Sunday they won going into the All-Star break. Albert Almora Jr. homered, and they won 6-5. Now we're going to preview the weekend versus the Texas Rangers. The probable pitching matchups are brought to you by Euroview. Euroview Incorporated has been providing luxury shower doors to their valued customers since 1961. Friday will be Martin Perez, who is 7-5, versus Kyle Hendricks, who is 7-6. Saturday will be Yu Darvish, who is 2-0, versus Jason Hamill, who is 7-5. And Sunday it will be Cole Hamels, who is 9-2, versus John Lackey, who is 7-5. As I mentioned in the beginning of the episode, we were going to recap the Home Run Derby and the All-Star game. We're going to talk a little bit about the Futures game because the Cubs' number 10 prospect, Eloy Jimenez, had an amazing home run and a catch in that game.
Yeah, like you just said, the Futures game. Well, the future is bright for the Chicago Cubs.
And for the Home Run Derby, if you didn't already know, Giancarlo Stanton won. Amazing.
Yeah, 61 home runs. Congrats, Giancarlo.
And for the All-Star game, we saw the whole Cubs infield start, but the American League won 4-2, and Royals' Eric Hosmer got the MVP. I thought Chris Bryant should have gotten that, but Eric Hosmer did have a great game.
He did, yes.
Now the first half is over, so let's talk a little bit about the first half of the season. What did you see in that first half?
A lot of bright things. I'm not too worried. I know a lot of people were worried about the last part of the first half. No reason to be. They had a great first half, so why not bring what they had in the first half to the second half?
Yeah, and that's why there's 162 games in a season. You can afford to have those slumps. Plus, the Cubs could afford it because they had such a hot start in the beginning.
Exactly.
So they're going to be just fine. We're not worried at all. Now we'll go into a little Cubs news. Jake Arrieta wins an ESPY for Best Breakthrough Athlete. It's his first ESPY, so congrats to Jake. Trevor Cahill goes on the disabled list with knee soreness. Clayton Richard has been activated from the disabled list, and David Ross has been activated from the concussion disabled list. And Minoru Kawasaki was recalled right before the break, but he has been optioned to Iowa. And here's some side notes you should keep in mind. Adam Warren is in the bullpen for now, but the Cubs may try to stretch him out and have him make another start. He was very good in that start he had before the break. Joe Madden says that Dexter Fowler should be available to return to the Cubs at the end of next week. A rehab assignment will start soon. Madden also says that Jorge Soler is making excellent progress in his recovery from a hamstring injury, but he doesn't have a finish line for him yet. Is brought to you by Bygone Brand. Bygone Brand creates t-shirts and sweatshirts from bygone local places you grew up with and love. Each design is researched, faithfully recreated, then screen printed onto the highest quality shirts. Expectations for the second half is this week's Northside Inside topic. So let's talk about that. What are your expectations for the team?
I think after those 24 games, in 24 days, the team's just going to come out and they are going to attack viciously. I think they're just going to go on the stretch. They're going to retake that top spot of MLB's best team, and they're not going to slow down. They may have one little stumble, probably the middle of September, but after that, it's done. It stays.
Yeah, and Rizzo was interviewed in the clubhouse today saying that the team isn't worried, that it was just the media that was kind of going off on their first half of the season. And he also said that their first half of the season wasn't favorable to them, but the second half is, and that's kind of motivating them now. And he said this is why we play baseball, for the second half. Now it's go time.
It is.
Go to our Twitter at Northside Manor and give us your expectations for the second half of the season.
Line caught by Zobrist. Double play.
Here's your double play ball.
In the air. And Hamilton! Are you kidding me?
Kicks the Puig. Barney on his way to second. Puig's throw is on the money, and he got him again.
We mentioned him earlier in the episode, and now for my play of the week, it goes to Eloy Jimenez, his catch in the Futures game. Take a look at it.
And a leap,
No
and
way.
Eloy Jimenez can't. Did he make that catch?
Bonds to today.
The Diamondbacks. Coghlan runs on the 3-2 and a fly ball hit to deep left. Bradley looks up. That ball is gone. A home run.
There weren't a lot of home runs hit this week, but Chris Bryant and his All-Star Game home run win the honors for a home run of the week.
And this is belted out of here. Chris Bryant, first pitch swinging, 1-0 National League.
Make sure you go to our social media, our Instagram, our Facebook, and our Twitter, Northside Manor, and find out more information about the Dexter Fowler and Anthony Rizzo camps that are coming up.
Yes, Dexter Fowler camp still has openings, and Anthony Rizzo's camp, which is next week, you have to join the waiting list. And make sure to send our writer Connor questions so he can answer them in Northside Mailbag.
Yep, and that's going to do it for us on this episode of Northside Manor, but we'll be back next week with more game recaps and hopefully some bright game recaps.
I'm Michael,
I'm Gabriella.
and go Cubs.